Hi, I'm into it. And after ages, another book review because I got so engaged and so engrossed in reading something on tarot. Rather, two books back to back I read on them. So I got really caught up there. So that is why I thought, high time, before I forget what the book is all about, I might as well review it because there are two books that I want to talk about today. First is this The Little Friend. Oh, it's a hefty one by Donna Tartt. So, this talks about Harriet, a 12-year-old girl um, who lives in a family which is pretty dysfunctional in the sense that the father has left the family. He lives with his own second family, a second wife, and away from them in another town. So, these are two girls. Allison is the older one, Harriet is the younger one. She's 12, and there used to be a son also in the family, but then many years before, when Harriet was just a little girl, he was found dead under mysterious circumstances. He was found hanging from a tree. And the entire family just could not, get over it. And there's always this shadow of this boy through and through. He's often talked about, and mother literally, is very depressed through and through, and so much so that she's oblivious of the fact that she is left with two other children. So, thankfully, the grandmother is around from the mother's side, and she's a very strong woman. And then there are the sisters of the grandmother. So, basically, they're all women. Now, Harriet is the most interesting character in the story. Of course, she's the protagonist, and other than that, she's a very precocious child, and the kind of childhood she leads, not of these days, not in the times when smartphones were around. So it was very nostalgic for me to read about it. How she whiled away her time, lazed around, observed people, went here and there unattended, and in those times, parents also never used to bother or keep tabs on the children. I mean, comparatively, things were safer for kids, I believe, everywhere probably, because she's found here and there in different sections of the town. And there is this friend of hers, Haley, who follows her around like a little puppy. Haley is more of a follower, I would say, rather than a friend, because he follows the lead of Harriet, every in almost everything. So halfway through the book, I was really, really hooked, and then suddenly it takes a twist when Harriet decides to go after the possible murderers of her brother. And obviously, nobody wants to talk about it. She doesn't have much clue who did it. But then on her own, she zeroes in on a boy called Daniel, who she remembers used to be the playmate of her brother. And he's now a young man, and unfortunately, in this town of Mississippi, he is a very shady character, and he further has other brothers, and the whole family is like that. So then there is this incidents wherein she gets embroiled with these brothers, one after the other, and they get very suspicious about her motives, and they start doubting her what her real intentions are. So the end is a little dramatic, but on the whole, I found the book pretty enjoyable, engaging, and till 3/4 of the book I was really hooked, but then the last part was not so impressive. But on the whole, I really enjoyed it. So anybody who likes a little bit of thriller thrown in with a bit of nostalgia about the kind of childhood they've had, if it was anything like mine, without smartphones, and even cable TVs came up pretty late in my teens. So yeah, they'll definitely enjoy this book. Then there is another book that a dear student of mine, very lovingly, because she knows my love for books, she gave it to me on Teacher's Day. That is 11 Rules for Life. This is by Chetan Bhagat. Let me show it properly. Alright, so, and I was initially pretty excited to read it because I thought here is a successful author, one of the best selling authors, and he himself also claims to be one. And rightfully so, he's a celebrity in his own right by now. But then, my God, was I in for such a major disappointment? I plodded through the book somehow. I really enjoyed the first few books of Chetan Bhagat, just two or three initially that came out, because they used to be actually, books meant to be read. After that, he started churning out scripts for movies. Basically, he stopped writing books per se. So his focus completely changed. And now with this book, I thought, I read so many self-help books, and I found some of them so impressive. They're part of my collection, and I go over them time and again when I need to, for motivation and inspiration. But then this one was so boring at best. There wasn't a single idea that was novel, that was like interesting. He just talks about his life, and he brags also a little about it. I mean, rightfully so. I won't blame him. Um, but sorry to say, this is the first HarperCollins book I'm really disappointed with. I have never ever been disappointed with any HarperCollins book that I've picked up in the past, but this one was very boring at best. 11 Rules for Life, he talks about having good health, the ability to speak English, which was basically new, which I keep telling my children, but then they won't take it from me, so they might accept it from Chetan Bhagat at least, because this is the need of the hour. Ours is a global economy now, and if you do not know how to speak in English, I mean, that can be a disastrous thing for your life and your own career and progress in life, basically. So there is this food delivery guy who comes to his house. I don't know why he needed that premise, and every day he asks him to deliver something, and 11 rules for success in life. So although all of the rules make sense, I mean, there's nothing bad about it, but then the way it was written, I expected more out of Chetan Bhagat. At least he has a sense of humor, wherein I thought he'll put it across in a more interesting fashion, but he was so boring that out of love for my student, I had to force myself to complete the book at least once. I'm sorry if you're listening, but I mean, maybe some student would like it, but then having read so much better material on similar, topics, I find it not even mediocre at best. These were the two books I wanted to review today. Two more are coming up shortly. The one I'm reading online, and the other one is a hard copy, again gifted by a friend, and I'm really hooked to both of them. One of them, rather, I've been savoring for a long time. I've been reading it for a really long time, and that's another self-help book, and it was so good that I just kept it aside. I thought, let me not rush through it and take it, bit by bit, slowly at times, just so I can enjoy it more. So I've been saving it. I hope you enjoyed the book review. So with this, let me end the video now. So keep reading. Happy reading. Thank you. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.